Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode. We're at Truth and Consequences, New Mexico. I'll tell you guys how it got its name, but that's the actual name of the town. They're having their first fly-in. As you guys can see, 40 planes are about to show up. 20 are here already. Looks like a military bird. I think I want to start over there and start asking those guys some questions. So you guys stay tuned, like and subscribe. Hey guys, we're here with Captain Ashley Castillo. Thanks for giving us an interview.
Yeah, no problem.
We want to start off with just a brief history of how you got into aviation and tell us a little bit about yourself and maybe tell us about the chopper back here.
Oh, perfect. So kind of a crazy story. When I was a little kid, I wanted nothing to do with aviation. I had friends who were into building model airplanes and I just thought that was so nerdy.
Yeah.
I joined the military and I was an Intel enlisted and there was an opportunity for me to fly and I said, sure, let me at least go and try and apply, and I ended up getting it. Had never flown before. So when I went to pilot training, it was a huge challenge because I was coming in with people who were already pilots. So that's basically where my love for aviation started. And then once I started getting into aviation, it just continued to grow and grow. And now I'm one of those nerdy people that I had thought were nerds before.
Right, that is an awesome story. You mind telling us a little bit about this bird here?
Yeah, of course. So this is the HH-60 Gulf. It's kind of a cool bird because she's about to get retired. We only have a couple more months with her and then we're going to be transitioning to the whiskey. We've already been transitioning, but we're going to fully transition to the whiskey.
Yes.
So she's been flying for a long time. We're talking all the wars, right?
Wow.
Saving people. Our main mission is combat search and rescue. So when people eject or go down in a place where they're not supposed to be, we go and pick them up to bring them home safely.
Oh, wow.
So we have 2 pilots in the front, then we have 2 crew members in the back, and they're the ones that are saving the lives in the back. They're hoisting the PJs down, getting the people who need to get picked up, and then hoisting them back up. The pilots in the front are just trying to be as stable and calm as possible to make sure that they can do their job effectively.
Wow, that is awesome. And
Oh, yeah.
learning this thing, what was the most challenging thing during training?
Oh my gosh. So challenging was, again, I wasn't into aviation before I started this, but it honestly was having a family on top of learning an aircraft, on top of the responsibility that this is a 22,000-pound aircraft.
Wow.
And you have at least 4 lives in your hands.
Yes.
So it's a lot of weight, it's a lot of pressure, it's a lot of studying. So I would say just the fact that you have to balance all that with the family life, I mean, that was a huge, not issue, but a huge problem I had when I was going through training.
I understand. Well, first and foremost, we thank you for your service and thank you for the interview.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Hi guys, we're here with Ellis. Yes sir, thanks for showing us your plane. Where'd you fly in from?
Well, actually, I live in Albuquerque, but I keep my plane down here at Truth and Consequences Airport. It's a nice place to keep it, as you can see.
Yes sir, how long have you been flying?
I got my pilot's license when I was 17 years old, so
Same here.
60 years.
Wow.
50 years.
Wow. Did you do anything like commercial flying by chance?
Yeah, I was a commercial pilot. I did charter flights. I was a flight instructor for a while.
Wow.
I did flight instructing full-time for 1 year.
Wow.
And then I got a job with the FAA as an air traffic controller.
Oh wow, wow.
And also in the Navy, I was on an aircraft carrier and an air traffic controller on an aircraft carrier at the end of the Vietnam War.
Oh wow.
The USS Coral Sea.
Well, we thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you.
I see your cool dune buggy in your plane. Mind telling us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I got a matching dune buggy here, but actually when the weather gets rough or when it starts snowing or raining, I get out of the plane, jump in the dune buggy and keep my fun thing going.
Yeah. That is awesome. You said this is a Cessna 182?
Yeah, it's a Cessna 182. It holds 4 people very comfortably. It can fly cross country. Many times I've flown from here to California, and we go 156 miles an hour in a straight line. So you can basically go 3 times faster than in a car.
Okay, yeah, save some time. You say you're from the area. How do you feel about general aviation and Truth or Consequences?
Oh, it's a fun day out here. A lot of pilots. We got the helicopters.
Yeah. Well, we hope to see you next year at the flying. We appreciate it.
Alrighty, you're
Thank
welcome.
you. Hi guys, back at M-Flight Aviation. We're here with Paul.
Paul, yeah.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I saw this experimental. Looks pretty cool. Maybe you could tell us about it and where are you flying in from?
I actually flew in from Berlin, which is south of Albuquerque.
Yeah.
I live in Albuquerque, but came down and took about 2.5 hours because we never go straight in these because it's just much more fun to go meandering around. And its official name is a weight shift control aircraft, but the colloquial name is a trike because it has the 3 wheels, and you actually on the ground steer it like a little kid's tricycle because you just have feet that move on that.
And what does it like cruise at?
Typically cruises around 55 to 60 miles an hour, but it'll fly from about 40 to 90 miles an hour. And it has a trim that allows you to set it and fly handoff on that.
Awesome, awesome.
And
I see like right here it says, is this the service ceiling? How high it's ever been?
No, that's as high as I've been in it. It's 16,000 feet. It still could have gone higher, but there wasn't any reason to at that point. So.
And what type of certificate do you need to fly something like this?
This one is classified as a light sport aircraft, so you need a sport pilot certificate, which is a little lower level than a private pilot. It takes about half the number of hours of training to get that. So.
How long have you been flying yourself?
This I've been flying since 2008, although I actually had a regular private pilot's license that I got in 1970, so I've been flying quite a while. But actually I was flying regular planes for a while, and then when I started working after grad school, I didn't have time, and I wasn't flying enough to keep my skill set up, and so I didn't fly for 30 years basically. And then when I retired, I didn't want to get back into flying, but what I enjoyed was just the freedom of flying and go where you want, and this kind of aircraft is just perfect for that.
Oh yeah, it looks fun. I see you got your GoPro set up. Do you load your footage anywhere?
Sometimes, but actually my friend has a YouTube channel that he loads a lot more video. A lot of the footage he has, I'm sort of the model because he flies behind me. And
you guys fly in tandem.
Yeah, we tend to fly together, particularly as we fly like to Colorado and Utah, and fly real low in these canyons like the Green River Canyon. And,
that's so cool. That sounds like an epic adventure.
It is, and it's something you can do in these kind of aircraft that's very difficult to do in a regular plane.
Well, thank you so much, Paul, for the interview and letting us know about your plane.
Sure.
Thank you.
You.
Hey guys, here we are with Larry. How you doing today, sir?
Okay.
Yes, sir. We saw this John Deere looking plane. We just wanted to get a little information on it and information on yourself. When did you start flying, sir?
I got my license in like 86.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I've been at it a while. Most of my flying has been in interior Alaska. I fly more on floats and skis than I do on wheels, but I sold out up there, and so now I just putter around in this plane. This is one that I built. So I built from a kit.
Okay, so it's an experimental.
It's an experimental airplane.
How long did it take you to build it?
2.5 years.
Oh, okay. And what type of flying did you do in Alaska? Was it like tourism flying or?
Just by my own personal self.
Oh, you just having fun.
Just hunting mainly, hunting and fishing.
Okay, hunting and fishing. Awesome. That sounds fun.
I had a cabin about 100 miles from Fairbanks, so it was on a little lake. So that's all I did was, there was only 2 cabins on the lake, and so I could.
That sounds so fun. I noticed something on the leading edge here I've never seen before. Can you explain that by chance?
Those are called slats. Really what it's designed to do, that's designed to give you lift when you're flying slower. If you think about it, if you got the plane coming in low like this, it'll give you a lift at a slower speed. Are you familiar with the Helio carrier?
I'm not.
Okay, well that's the tech guys. They developed an airplane, the Helio carrier, back in the late I want to say the 50s.
Yes.
It had one of these. It was designed so when you slowed down, that would come down.
Oh, okay.
And you hear this thing going clunk, your leading edge slat comes down.
Oh wow.
Or these are fixed. So see, if it goes back up like theirs did, then you could fly faster. See, I can only fly at I'm cruising at about 75, 80 miles an hour as fast as I'm going.
Wow.
But my stall speed is like 35.
Okay, I see. And where'd you fly in from?
Well, I'm local.
You're local here.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. You mind if we take a look inside a bit?
No, help yourself.
Go on
you got
this
any
side.
questions, just
what type of avionics you got set up here?
Well, just your basic.
Oh,
I just fly around very, very simply.
Wow, this is interesting yoke here.
Well, that's sort of just the way that the kit was.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's pretty you get used to it pretty quickly.
So easy to switch controls between left and right.
The only problem is that my throttle is over there, so that makes it a little hard for somebody in the right seat to fly. But other than that, it's just like flying a little Cessna or something. It's very forgiving. You can't. I can't say you can't hurt yourself in it, but there's no rude stall characteristics or anything. It's very easy to fly.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate it, Larry. Thanks for the quick interview.
Okay.
Thanks. Hey guys, welcome back to M-Flight. We're here with Chad.
Chad.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. We just want to get a little information. We do know this is the first annual flying at Truth and Consequences, New Mexico. What made you guys want to start it?
Well, last year, the EAA, we had an EAA chapter here, and they had a small fly-in, and they flew some kids, and it was a really good event. So we wanted to continue that, even though unfortunately we lost our EAA chapter. So we decided to make it an annual thing. We knew that we would have the participation. So this is an opportunity not only for people with aircraft to get together, but for the community of Truth and Consequences to come in, see the aircraft and get toured around, learn a little thing or two about aviation, and hopefully get into it more.
Awesome. And how many planes do you expect this on?
So right now, I think we've got about 20, 25 airplanes, but we're expecting quite a few more. So somewhere near 40, I think, is where we're going to be this year. And next year, we're just going to kind of grow it even more. And we're looking forward to advertising more, having even more vendors here, and making it a bigger and bigger event each year.
40 aircraft for the first time is pretty good.
Yeah, I think it is.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, thanks for having us again. We're going to go around and ask people questions and get some footage. Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. All right.
That's a Beech 18.
Okay.
Okay. That was one of the primary training airplanes that the military used, but it was also one of the first planes that was used as a passenger, little commuter.
Yes.
There were a lot of them built.
Yeah.
And this one was down in, I got landed it in Deming, and I think he ground looped it and screwed up the wings.
Yeah.
And so they were scrapping it. And when the EAA chapter was active, my secretary, Chuck Van Gelder, he found out about this, and so we went down and talked to him. Said, would they part with it? The guy, just a salvage scrap guy had it.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, he would donate it, so that way he'd get a donation thing. And so he donated it to the city. And so primarily me and Chuck, we went down and cut the wings off of it and loaded it on a trailer and brought it up here. And then I built the. Look here, going. Yeehaw!
Big engine you were talking.
And so I built the frame structure, and this is actually half of a semi-axle that it sets on.
Really? Wow.
So that's they call it, tetrahedrons, what they're referred to as.
Yeah.
Usually they're just a triangular piece of big metal, so that when you're flying in here, you can see something that tells you which way the wind's blowing.
Oh, okay.
So this is always it only takes about 5 miles an hour for this to point into the wind.
How does it do that?
Well, that's it. It's just like an airplane. See, an airplane will do that too. It'll always turn into the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you weren't playing when you said you're really good with metal work.
Well, yeah, I have a shop. I live about 7 miles out here. I have a milling machine and lathes and that stuff, so I can make stuff. Yep. But I said we're proud of our tetra, and we also, Chuck and I did we refurbished the T-33, the plane out at the entrance.
Okay, up.
Yeah, see, that used to be sitting down at Ralph Edwards Park in town, but it was just allowed to deteriorate. The whole bottom was corroded out of it, so we brought it up here, and I reskinned the belly, and then we had the students from the high school's art class. They redid all the emblems on that airplane there, so they came out and worked a long time on that. Iron Man Carl put this one up for me.
Oh, Iron Man Carl.
It's a challenge to hold that up there and get it off.
Oh, I bet.
And then get it put together. But it's been up there for over a year. It's doing what it's supposed to do.
Right. That is awesome. Well, we thank you for this information.
For sure.
Wow. It's like a windsock.
That's what it is. That's it. Yeah, it's a giant windsock.
Oh my goodness.